The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Conor Commentary, a hilarious take on news, politics, sports, and current events. It's time to buckle up. Here's Conor.
All right, we are back, guys, and it is week 23, and we have Ed and I here today, and what was the caption? You're going to do the best you can to fill in to help me? I know you're nervous. Well, Ed's nervous today, guys.
I said hopefully it will be interesting.
I hope so.
No, I'm going to do my best to hold up my end of the conversation.
I appreciate that. How many podcasts do you think you've been on now?
Hundreds.
Hundreds, right?
Hundreds of episodes over all of them. Yeah.
Over all of them, between the Cigar Authority and then all the other ones that you produce.
Yeah.
And then if you're on all those, you might be pushing 1,000, huh?
It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
So you could do this in your sleep almost.
I'm like a professional guest.
You're a professional guest.
Yeah.
Who has seen you on their show?
I was on the Cigar Authority.
You were?
Yeah. Well, a couple times I was seen. I was one time on as an employee of Two Guys Smoke Shop.
Okay.
Another time I produced from on the stage.
Really? Can you do that?
Yeah, I don't like to.
No, it's
because I got to move all of this crap up there.
Right.
Yeah.
People can't see, but you got a whole thing going on over here. You got two screens. You got a thing that looks like you'd be producing music, like your Dr. Dre over there.
Yeah.
So I got
a mixing board. I got stuff.
You got a lot.
Yeah.
That's why it's coming right to you. It sounds and looks very professional because we have Ed here. He's doing it behind the scenes. And he's chipping in as the guest of the show at the same time.
It's really not easy. It's sort of like multitasking. Is that what they call it?
That's what they call it. You got to multitask.
Yep.
Do you like being a guest?
It's okay.
It's okay.
I mean,
yeah.
Your show's fine.
Yeah. It's part of the job.
Sometimes
right?
I really have to stretch because I don't know shit about what they're talking about.
I think with mine, you had a good. It's a good mix, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sports and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're going to talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that today.
Yeah, you got some nonsense?
I got some nonsense, yeah. I was writing it. I'm like, I gotta put something together here.
Well, you know what I want to hear?
What's that?
The comment of the week.
You really want to hear the comment of the week?
Really?
When you hear what it is.
One?
It's the best one we've ever had.
No way.
I swear to God,
I'll be the judge.
You'll be the judge of that. So the other night, right, I'm at my house and I get an email. I have a Conor Commentary email. So it's conorcommentary@yahoo.com if anyone ever wants to email me. And I get one from Burford Myers. If that's how you pronounce the name.
Buford.
Buford, is that it?
Yeah.
Beauford.
Yeah.
Buford Myers. And the subject just says, not funny. So I'm like, all right, I gotta see this. So I click on it, right? I put it in quotes. It said, came across your webcast by accident. You Yankees sure not funny. Save some money and go be unfunny in your mama's basement.
That is a good one.
That's a good one, right? That's right up there with the other guy, Jim Davenport.
I kind of like that. He wanted you to take up a trade.
He wanted me to take up a trade, yeah. What do we have to say? Yeah, I don't know what to say. I didn't respond. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it here on air, so if they're still watching, one, what the heck type of name is Burford? Or Buford?
Yeah.
Is that a name? Is that like an older person?
It's a very southern name.
It's a very southern name? They called us Yankees. So
I'm trying to think. There was a movie where the sheriff was walking... Smokey and the Bandit?
Smokey and the Bandit, okay.
That had Buford.
That's what it was, Buford?
Yeah.
I've never seen Smokey and the Bandit, all right? I'm too busy in my mom's basement being unfunny Buford. So I want to see if he comments in next week now.
I think you really...
So if you're watching, we're making fun of your name, all right? We're starting a war of words here.
Yeah.
That's funny you ask. I wrote that down and I'm like, I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? All right. My mom.
Really, I think it's your choice where you want to be unfunny.
Right.
It's not up to him.
That's true.
If you want to be unfunny on this beautiful soundstage,
absolutely
do it.
Is the show supposed to be funny, do you think?
I don't think you ever committed to it being funny.
That's true.
It's not listed in the comedy category.
That's right.
you know.
Although, that's why I wrote some of this stuff today. It's listed in, current events? Like, what is this show? I show up every week. Hopefully you laugh at some of the stuff I have to say.
Well,
we
the
do our
funny
best.
stuff. Yeah, but we just almost had a live viewer and blink, gone.
Oh, they're gone. Wow. It was probably Pat O'Leary who did message me and tell me he had a lock of the week again.
Really?
So I'm a little nervous about that because if you remember when he came on, oh God, it was probably 15 episodes ago now. He gave the lock of the week. It was like Auburn plus 10 and they lost by like 30. So I will announce it, Pat, but I'm a little worried. Hopefully it's right. And my mom's picks are officially done. This is the last week. We already talked about it. I looked it up, though, to see what Pete Prisco was doing.
Yeah.
He picked the Chiefs. My mom picked the 49ers.
Oh, all right.
So
we got one more.
So we got one more, and this is the big one. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I personally thought after I watched that Houston game where they were down like 24-0, and they came back and won, I was like, wow, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl at this point.
And the Chiefs are favored by a point.
They are.
You know, I think it came out at a point and it's held steady there.
Yeah, I've been looking at that and I'm like, it's basically
steady 1 point.
Even Vegas is like, this is kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And I got a bunch of prop bets, so I got to ask you a bunch of prop bets.
All right, I'll tell you how to bet on each one.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm like, we'll see what the consensus
I'll know
is.
the answers.
You gonna bet on the Super Bowl at all?
No,
I don't think I am either.
I mean, it's not even clear I'm going to watch it.
Oh, really? Yeah, you don't give a flying fuck. You said
no. I may start out watching it, but there's no reason to stay up late.
Right.
I just don't see it.
Do you go to bed early?
Oh yeah.
You seem like a guy who would wake up early.
Oh, I wake up early.
Like, tell me like 4 a.m. or something.
4 would be a little on the late side.
What?
Yeah.
What time do you wake up?
I usually am up by 3:30.
Really?
Yeah.
So what time do you go to bed? Like
9 to, I'll go
9? Okay.
Go to bed around 9 and then do a little bit of reading,
So you're not much of a sleeper.
Old people don't sleep much.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
When you get older, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
I've heard that multiple times.
Yeah, it must be true.
As people get older, they can't sleep as well.
But you know why I'm going to watch the Super Bowl?
So you can see the commercials?
Yeah, the Hyundai ad with the great Tony V.
The great Tony V, who produces a podcast out of here, is in that Hyundai commercial.
Yeah, he's on a couple podcasts here. He's on Real Estate House Party.
Oh, he is?
He's a co-host on that.
Nice.
And then he's on Dueling Comedians.
Right. I'm familiar with Dueling Comedians.
Yep.
You're the guy on there. You decide who wins.
I can't say. I mean, that guy is named Laugh Track Larry.
Oh my God! I'm blowing up your spot here. That's true.
I think some
Laugh
people
Track Larry
may suspect.
Yeah, if they watch a lot of the shows, or if they know shows that are produced out of here, they might know.
It's funny because now every time I go to a comedy show, we had probably dozens of people on last year.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time I go to a comedy show, somebody will be yelling, Larry! Larry!
So they know it's you.
Well, I started to at one point say to one of them, well, actually, hi.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go with it.
Right.
So I've embraced being Larry.
Yeah, so anybody who watches his show would think that your name was Larry.
Yep.
Wow.
And I get called Larry.
Do you just embrace it at this point?
Yeah, there's really no point in going into it.
Right. Then you're going to have to explain a whole thing.
The whole thing
Larry,
becomes
Ed.
a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good, though. That's funny. That's funny that he was on there. I saw him, and I'm like, I think that's Tony V. I'm like, that's the guy who does it. And then it was the guy, John Krasinski is his name, right?
From The Office.
From The Office, yep. He's
Chris
Jim,
Evans.
Chris Evans, Captain America.
Rachel...
Yeah.
Dratch, was she from Saturday Night Live at some point? I think she was on the cast.
Yeah, I recognized her, and then I don't know what some people are from. I'm not very well versed in a lot of that stuff. So I'm like, I know they're from something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there was David Ortiz at the very end. He came out the window. That's the way to seal it.
Seal the deal.
But it's not going to be that big on the Super Bowl because you said 10 million people have already seen it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be too much of a surprise.
But as we were looking it up, 100 million people watch the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Well, really?
That's only 10%.
Yeah, and maybe not all of those are even Super Bowl watchers.
Right. And that's funny, too. I bet you that 10 million, it's predominantly in the New England area. Like, if you go, the further you go out, the less they would even know about this commercial.
Yeah, it was all over my Facebook feed.
Me too, yeah. It was probably a lot funnier for us because we know everyone from Boston. But like you were saying, even when they parked it in the Hyundai commercial, then if you park it into that tiny little space, you can't even get out of there.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, he got out of the car fine.
Right.
But, now there's an inch next to the other car.
So if either of them open their doors,
bam.
Yeah, you're going to get the car scratched up.
Yeah.
So all three of the cars, theoretically, thinking about it, would need to have cars that back up for them.
Everybody needs it, or nobody should have it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because if not, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, Smart Park.
Smart Park, yeah. That's what they call it.
That Sonata ain't got no driver.
Yeah, good for them, man. Get that commercial going.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right, what am I betting on?
All right, let's see. We got a bunch of them. So the first one I saw, what food will Trump serve the winning team? Well, first, the first one asked if they would go.
Yeah.
But there was a massive consensus based on Vegas, and Vegas is almost always right. It was like minus 900 was yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to bet $900 to win $100.
Right.
So it's like, okay, whoever wins is going to go to the White House.
Yeah, there'll be individual players who say they're not going, but the team's going.
Exactly right. That's when it must be. The team is going to show, and then whoever doesn't go doesn't go. But it was negative 150. So you'd have to bet $150 to win 100 if it's fast food or pizza. And I was like, yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. Vegas knows it. I know it. What do you think? It was plus 150 for Italian. Italian was kind of close, but I don't know what Italian.
I don't know why
is.
It would be Italian.
No, unless what would it be? Because pizza's with fast food. So if he serves them pizza,
if it was KC, you could do barbecue.
That's very true.
Why not?
Right. Get some ribs.
San Francisco, you could do rice-a-roni because that's a San Francisco treat.
That's what they eat out there?
No.
Oh.
That's before your time. There were commercials for rice-a-roni.
Rice-a-roni? What is rice-a-roni?
Oh, it was rice in a box with some spices and stuff.
Okay. Was it good?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Nothing we need to eat?
No, but I can't think of what's the San Francisco thing?
I don't know.
No.
San Francisco, that's the Bay Area, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A fish sandwich?
Is that what they eat?
I don't know.
I've never been to California.
No?
Have you been out there?
Many times.
Really? Is it awesome?
No.
No, it's not. It's nothing special.
California's fine.
It's very glorified, though.
I've got very little use for Californians.
Yeah.
So maybe if they all left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to LA?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
LA, San Fran.
You doing big stuff out in LA? Like they must want you out there to do the podcasts.
Oh, listen. They would want me.
They would. I saw a thing the other day on LinkedIn and it was saying that podcast producers are in high demand.
Yeah.
You're not going to skip town on me, are you?
No, I'm not planning to at this juncture.
All right, I hope so. I saw that. I was like, oh boy. Someone's going to come for Ed as soon as they see him.
Yeah, once they know.
Yeah.
Once they see my mad skills. Oh boy.
Exactly. The
recruiters will be coming. Yeah, no, it's become a thing.
Right.
For sure.
So now it must be like, what? There's like so many shows and so much demand for it. They need the people who are actually going to produce it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do it themselves, and it sounds like they do it themselves.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. They do it themselves, and it sounds like that's what they do. Yeah.
So it all works out for them.
So you get what you pay for.
You do.
As Burford said, he says I should save some money. Buford and do it in my mom's basement. All right. I'll just put a fake microphone, and you won't be able to hear anything I say. But
do it on your flip phone.
Yeah, I'm not funny anyway, so they don't need to hear what I'm saying.
Wow, he's harsh.
I know him and Jim Davenport.
I don't know. I guess you go for the fast food.
I'd have to pick the fast food.
Yeah,
but there is Chinese food is plus 600.
Right. Well, now San Francisco has a big Chinatown.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe he'd buy up a bunch of poo-poo platters.
He's got to be worried about the coronavirus being in the Chinese food.
That's very true.
Yeah.
The new bird flu, right? But then if you really want to make some money, $1,500 plus $1,500. So if you bet 100, you win $1,500 if he serves them Indian food. So if he pulls out some curry or whatever it is, you'd make $1,500 if you bet 100.
I am not a fan of Indian food.
I'm not either.
No.
My roommate in college was from India.
Yeah.
He was
do you
from
know
Dubai.
why I don't like it?
It's wicked spicy.
No, that's fine.
You don't mind that, no?
No, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
Yep.
to me, it tastes like sweat.
You think so?
Yeah.
It just to me, yeah, it just tastes hot. Like I don't know what it is, what they put in it. Because I had a few things that he gave me, and I was like, yeah, this isn't my style.
Yeah, the Vindaloo is very hot.
Is it?
Yeah.
I had a few different things. He gave me like their version of chips, and they were extremely hard, and they were like spicy.
Yeah.
It was not.
You didn't like it.
It couldn't have been more different than like Doritos or Lay's chips. It was not chips how you would think chips were.
No.
So it was all right though. All right, we got some more. Let's see. Total number of players to have a passing attempt. I thought this was actually a good one because the over-under is 2.5.
And so this covers both teams then.
Both teams. So Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy G are all they're both gonna theoretically
so we're up
throw
to
a pass.
2.
So we're up to 2 already. So if one more person
think
does it,
4 is not a bad bet on that.
I think that at least 3 people will attempt one
Yeah.
because there's always trick plays in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, this is why I'm going with 4.
Yep. Because so you think they'll do some end around and like Tyreek Hill or the running back or somebody will attempt a pass.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, I'm gonna go over 2.5 because
Yeah, and you
I'd be
never know when
surprised.
somebody's going to do something funky.
Not to bring up the Patriots Eagles Super Bowl, but yeah, how many
Oh,
people
boy.
attempted a pass in that game? At least 4.
Yeah.
They tried to throw the pass to Tom Brady. Then they did that touchdown where they threw it on 4th down to Nick Foles. So they had that one went way over. There were at least 4 of them.
At least 4, yeah.
Right, because I could just think of that. I think it will be at least 3,
All right.
because there'll be at least a couple of trick plays.
Yep.
That's what I love about the Super Bowl is they throw out all the stops.
Yeah.
You see some stuff and it's just crazy.
Yeah, and it'll probably be the one of the same passers, but they every now and then like to throw a pass to a tackle.
Right, that's true too. They did that. They did that last week. Who did it? Who caught a touchdown as a offensive lineman?
It was a tackle.
That tackle.
Yeah.
Was it Tennessee who did it? I think that's who it was.
It may have been.
Yeah.
But, that one I never understand because when they check in,
Right.
they have to check in as eligible.
Right.
Isn't that
So
a
it should
clue?
be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
But you know what happened is this was probably like 4 years ago at this point. It was when the Patriots played Baltimore in the playoffs, and they threw a touchdown, I think it was to Nate Soldier.
Yeah.
And they were saying after the game, I heard that Belichick kept doing it over and over again, so he kept making him eligible. So on like the 16th time that he was eligible, they finally threw it to him. So he just completely got them to the point where they're like, okay, you keep making this guy eligible.
But he's not doing
anything.
Just to screw with us.
Right. And so they take their guard down, and then all of a sudden he throws it to him.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Which is a total Bill Belichick thing to do.
Yep.
Which is why we love him. All right. The next one. Will Betty White be in a Snickers commercial? Plus 200 for yes, negative 300 for no.
I don't think Betty White's going to be in it.
No, she's 98 years old. I looked it up.
Yeah, well, the age has nothing to do with it.
Right. She's still up and running.
You may not be aware of that because you're not a snack authority.
I am not. There's another show that you're on. Anyone watch Ed on the Snack Authority as well.
On the other hand, am a snack authority.
You are.
So give me 1 second here while I look up some pertinent information for our conversation.
Because when I saw that, I'm like, Betty White's in a lot of commercials, but is she specifically a Snickers person?
Well, I'm wondering if Snickers may end up doing something with this. As you may be aware, Snickers has just made the world's largest Snickers bar.
I did not know that, no.
Oh, yeah.
Really? How big is it?
It is a little over 2 metric tons.
What does that result in?
Well, 1,200 pounds of caramel, peanuts, and nougat.
What?
And nearly 3,500 pounds of chocolate.
Oh my! Oh, who's gonna eat that?
Well,
what's it gonna feed
here's
like
the thing.
a town?
This is a big year for the Snickers brand. Not only are they celebrating the 90th anniversary,
Wow!
but the Super Bowl also marks 10 years since the iconic GameSpot launched the award-winning "You're Not You When You're Hungry" campaign.
Oh, okay. It's been 10 years now since they've been doing that.
Yeah,
They love that. They love that thing. You're not you when you're hungry.
They claim that they will do an even larger one for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And it is equivalent to more than 41,000 single-size Snickers bars.
41,000 Snicker bars. So how
Yeah.
many people are they going to take to eat that thing?
Well, they happen to have a big group of people all gathered.
That's
for
very
the
true.
Super Bowl.
They're gonna cut it into bites and pass it out to everyone who's in the stands or something. Jesus.
So I don't know if they'll do an ad around that, but
Right.
they do really like the "You're Not You."
Right. Oh yeah, they love that.
Yeah.
How big are they gonna make that thing?
Big.
It's gonna have to be like the size of the football field.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see. So they're doing a commercial with that on the Super Bowl?
I don't know if it's just speculation on my part since
Okay.
they're doing that
Right.
anyway.
Right. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So it's just whether or not the fact of whether Betty White's going to be in that commercial.
Yeah.
How
sitting on top of the world's largest Snickers bar.
How sick are we as Americans and gamblers at the fact that they're going to have all these things that you can gamble on, and there's going to be multiple people sitting at their house waiting for
Right.
the Snickers commercial to come on to see if Betty White's in it.
Yeah.
And then even if they do the first one, they'll be like, "Oh shit, I'll wait for the next one." Like, let me know if a Snickers commercial comes on,
Yeah.
because people will have money on that. Because if you put $100 down and she is on, you'd win 200. So
Yeah.
it's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it seems like a longer shot than that. It
Right.
seems like the payoff is not good enough for winning.
I wouldn't take it. I'd lay off that one. I got a really interesting one for the next one, Ed.
Oh boy.
Super interesting. Will there be a sign that's shown during the game that says Epstein didn't kill himself? Plus 400 for yes, minus 700 for no. So Vegas is like iffy on that because they'll pay you $400 to $100. So 4-to-1 odds. It's not absurd.
And actually, given the fact that they're putting the bet out,
Right.
it could actually change the outcome.
Exactly, yeah, because then they could try and get the camera people not to put somebody who might have a sign that
Or
says
you
that.
could get somebody who knows about this bet. People are going to bring signs
That's
with
true
them.
too. A bunch of people could bring the signs and hold them up in the stands.
I'm
going to
go out on a limb and take that one.
Yep, you think they will?
Yeah.
Because they always have random signs that you see
Yeah.
that are funny. So random, like they could be in the background. I don't know.
Right.
But
No,
then
because for those signs, if you're a fan, you're not holding it up all the time or they're never going to get there.
Right.
You got to wait for, maybe get your accomplice
Yep.
to get a sign they would show.
Right.
Right. And then you got to wait for it and boom.
Then you're on the screen.
Yeah.
We'll see what witty signs they have this year. They always have something. There's the signs. There's the commercials. There's the we got to talk about that too. That's Pat O'Leary's Lock of the Week. The national anthem. We got the halftime show. There's so many things for people to tune into, even if they don't watch the game. All right, let's see. I got another really good one after this.
All right.
We'll see if you're familiar with this. Do you know TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have TikTok?
Yeah.
Wow, you do? We should follow each other. I have TikTok now, guys. So if you have
put it-
TikTok, follow me.
I put it on the phone and then realized I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I took it off yet.
I don't even kind of know how to use it. It's just all videos. Like when I go on there, I'll just scroll up and a new video will start.
Right.
And I'm like, some of the people I think I follow, but a bunch of them I don't.
No, it just seemed like random strangers doing stranger shit than I needed to see.
Pretty much, yeah, that's what it is. But I stopped putting things on there, and it's like I have like 3 followers, and somehow like 150, 200 people will view it.
Mm-hmm.
So they must pump it out there
Yeah.
for you because you put it on Instagram or Twitter, and you get less with like a ton more followers.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever their algorithm is or whatever they're doing, I don't know, they get it out there.
Well, or they're just lying to make everyone feel like they should be putting more stuff on
Maybe, yeah, that's what they want to do. They
Yeah.
want to get you feeling good about it, so you go on there all the time.
there. Yeah.
You guys making me feel great. Keep doing it, TikTok. I'm just kidding. So this is an even bet right here. How many TikToks will Patrick Mahomes' brother make on the day of the Super Bowl? The over-under is 5.5. So if he makes 5 videos on TikTok that day, you lose. If he makes 6, you win if you take the over.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah. Have you seen him?
No.
No, he makes a lot of very silly videos.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend in them, so they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, for the big game,
Yeah.
it's an over.
Right, so he's going to be making them the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be doing a lot of dancing and whatever he does.
As soon as he gets up in the morning, all day.
That's
all
true.
night.
That's actually a good pick. I will take the over, too.
He's got all day to crank stuff out before the game even starts.
And I don't think he's involved in any thing from an athletic standpoint, so that might be how he's going to make his money. TikTok. He might be a TikTok influencer.
Boy.
That's probably going to be a thing in the near future if it isn't already, right?
Yeah.
Because there's Instagram influencers and then Twitter or whatever, wherever you're popular, it's how you get your thing.
And then there's people who want to be influencers. They call themselves
That's me.
Influencer. Are you an influencer?
I don't know. What am I?
I don't know.
I'm a podcast host.
Yeah.
With Ed.
You're somebody who upsets Buford.
I upset Buford. I've upset quite a few people.
Good for you.
I've upset people so far into countries that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
I upset somebody in the Central Visayas.
Yeah, you're worldwide.
I'm worldwide. I don't even know where the Central Visayas was. I had to look it up.
No, the hatred of you knows no bounds.
I appreciate that. The hatred of me knows no bounds. There hasn't been anyone from any long distances or random countries that have commented on anything in support.
No.
So it's only the hatred that knows no bounds.
The haters are always more vocal.
They are, right? I think so too. Which is why you have massively more views than you have likes or anything else. Because it's like the people who hate it, they'll be the first ones to comment in.
Absolutely.
They'll be the first ones to chirp.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you go to check any reviews for anything on the internet.
Yeah.
If you go to TripAdvisor, if you paid attention, you couldn't stay anywhere.
Right. Because there's so many places like this place is terrible.
Yep.
Well, I've noticed that it doesn't matter. It could be the Four Seasons, and there's people out there that would complain about the Four Seasons. This wasn't good enough. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. They've already come up with in their mind that they're going to complain.
This is not the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
It should be called the Two Seasons. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
You see it on the internet so much. The internet can be a toxic place, man. That's why I bring you guys this show. We'll have some fun and positivity.
Exactly. It is all about positivity.
Right.
Yeah.
So we try and keep it light here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but
it's not funny.
Light.
It's not funny, but it's light. And all right, Pat O'Leary's lock of the week. He texted me this. He wanted me to announce it. He thinks that he's going to rebound from his, I think he was on week 8 pick of the college football. I forget who it was. It's the over-under on the national anthem. So Demi Lovato is singing it. Apparently this is a big thing because I didn't know, but she was in rehab prior to this, and now this is her first big appearance since then.
Good for her.
Exactly, yeah, good for her. I just don't know anything about celebrities.
Well, she's probably going to be very nervous.
That's what he said. And so
she's back out in public after this rehab thing. So I'm taking the under.
You're taking the under. His lock was the over.
Yeah.
Wow. 2 minutes is the
I think she's going to be
threshold.
nervous, so she's going to sing it faster.
Right,
the pace will be off.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
But he's saying it's going to go over. I don't know. Maybe she's gonna belt it out.
Hold the note.
I was going to say she's going to hold the notes, especially at the end.
Yeah.
You never know. Some of them do. They hold the notes really long at the end.
And there'll be people with stopwatches. Stop! No!
That's how sick we are as a country. There's going to be people who have to have the stopwatch so we can determine. There'll be somebody sitting in Vegas, right? They'll have the official thing. It'll almost be like the guys in the NFL who run the 40. They're going to have it down to a science. It's going to be, it was 1 minute, 54.7 seconds. Like, you win or you lose.
Although I kind of like that bet, right? You just get it over with.
Right, exactly. It's right out the gate.
The game.
It's like that, the coin toss.
Right.
There's a bunch of things. And you can bet out of New Hampshire on DraftKings now.
Huh.
I'm sure a bunch of people might know that if you're watching, that's a thing. So if you're physically in New Hampshire, you can bet as if it's like Las Vegas. They have their own book.
Yeah.
Like their own sports book if you want to bet anything.
No, I'm good.
No, I think I'm going to lay off of it too.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. So no prediction, Ed? Yeah, you don't care.
No.
If you had to pick somebody, you hope both teams end in a tie. It goes to triple overtime and they have to give up.
I just got a funny feeling KC might
It's
pull this off.
Yeah. I mean, Andy Reid's been in the year. He's been like so close.
I know. I'd like to see
million
him
times.
lose again.
Me
But
too, kind of. Sorry to be an asshole,
it's
but yeah.
funny at this point every
Right.
time he loses.
So it's like he gets the AFC Championship. They make the playoffs all the time.
Yeah.
He's made it to the Super Bowl in 2004 versus the Patriots, and he's been coaching nonstop. Right? I don't think he took any time off. That was 2004. So for at least 20 years he's been doing it, and it's always eluded him. So we'll see. They're gonna have a bunch of shots now that they have Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
So if they lose and Jimmy G wins, so be it.
It looks like a game that'll go to the end.
Right.
You can't count either of them out, even if they're behind by a fair margin.
Right. Both teams have the offense to come back into the game.
So might keep it interesting.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. I have the Chiefs. Pete Prisco has the Chiefs. My mom has the 49ers.
And your mom's usually more right than we are.
All of us, yeah. So if you're watching, you probably want to bet the 49ers. Don't listen to us. All right. Anything else, Ed, before we sign off?
We're getting cake, right?
You are getting cake. I confirmed it.
All right.
Mom, if you're watching, I confirmed with Ed. I told him you'd make the cake. Thank you.
And it's the happiest day of my life.
It's going to be the happiest day of your life. All right.
It hasn't been that good a life.
I guess not if you're that excited about cake. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it, show your grandmother, whatever you got to do. See you next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.